Hello and welcome to episode 16 of the Slalt Cast. I'm your host Daniel and I'm joined today by my co-hosts Coby, Cameron, Caden and Joseph. Before the episode starts, I'd like to ask that you take the time to please give us a positive rating wherever you're listening and to follow our socials at Slaltcast on Twitter and Instagram.
And so I said, no, honey, please don't leave me. You're all that I have. No, don't leave. Please, not the kids too.
That was very specific for you. Okay, so, look, I think we should all introduce ourselves because
I introduced you already.
Yeah, but who the fuck knows who's
We've
talking?
had an
Like, who am
argument
I?
about this, Joseph. Dan, can you cut in the argument that Joseph and I had?
No, I wasn't recording it.
He wasn't recording it, you fucking idiot.
No, when it was just Joseph and I. I mean, we never did a podcast with just Joseph and I. But that time where I went off at Joseph because he introduced us.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, that people can go back through the annals of history to find that argument. If you guys want to introduce yourself, feel free. But if I feel it's interrupting the flow. That's interrupting the flow. That all got bleeped. That all got bleeped.
So, for transparency, Joseph was given this bit of criticism by, I assume, a co-worker.
No, it wasn't. It was, we're not going to move on from who gave me the criticism.
What is her name, and on which dating app did you meet her?
Fuck you.
And,
to one of Joseph's many suitors that has been forced to listen to this, greetings.
We originally tried to introduce ourselves in the first episode, like the very first episode.
The 0th episode.
Yeah, the 0th episode.
I wasn't even on that one.
It did not work. It just went to shit.
If I recall, I started that episode, I told Caden to bring his guitar, and then I started it by asking him to play something on the guitar. He strummed once, and then I said, that's enough. So I don't think there's introductions on that episode either.
No, it doesn't. Because I listened to it recently to see how
Why?
far we've progressed.
Not very, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, I stopped listening after 5 minutes.
So guys,
really, I think about that podcast all the time and just how funny it was.
It was funny for us because we were
Yeah,
sending
that's what I mean.
photos.
It was funny for us, but no one else. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I found it really funny.
Now, guys, I
You
have
did say that because you said it was funny for us. Thank you, Cameron.
something major to
I
discuss.
got believe me.
Wait. I have something major to discuss.
No, wait. I have something major to discuss.
No, wait. I have
I'm
something
Spartacus.
major. Wait for it. Ready?
I hate you.
So how come ponytails haven't become more popular after James Cameron's Avatar?
Why do you think pulling hair became a thing?
Are you telling me James Cameron invented pulling hair?
Maybe.
He's pretty kinky.
Look,
I'm not going to say he didn't
invented-
do it.
He
James
invented
Cameron does
ponytail
like
sex.
tall blue people, and I mean,
well, that's what I'm saying. Avatar was the highest grossing movie of all time, and they had ponytails
shit.
you could fuck. And then I didn't notice a major uptick in ponytails since then. I just want to know why.
all right.
It's a miss.
Caden and I have long hair,
Wait.
enough to put in ponytails.
Wait.
What? Wait, no, hold on. This isn't getting gay, Caden. It's not getting gay. I'm just asking.
Inherently, it's technically gay.
I mean, yeah, I'd suck Caden's dick, and I'd assume
Well, we know
Caden
that.
wouldn't suck mine. So, I mean, we're kind of
I don't know if we know that or not.
we've come to sort of a
Caden
mutual
is-
agreement. Can I
Caden is
continue with my
ambiguous.
point?
Caden is, I would say, sexually ambiguous.
Why do you
He's
say that?
Why did you say that? Why do you say that, Joseph?
I don't know, because you're very fashionable.
We here at the
Because of the hat?
Slotcast don't believe in stereotypes of homosexuals or any other sexual orientation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Caden and I both have long enough hair to put up in a ponytail. And my question is,
Yeah.
Caden has...
uninterested.
No,
I think it's more
I'm
fierce.
worried.
Yeah.
I'm worried.
are you a virgin?
What?
I'm just asking the question. Are you a virgin?
Why do you ask?
Well, because Dan asked.
And what does that have to
Why-
do with ponytail?
Because we both have long enough hair to have a ponytail, Caden. So
so you're
you
saying-
have a ponytail, and have you gotten laid?
Yes.
Are you thinking that it transfers to you? Because it doesn't.
No.
Well, if they touch ponytails, it might.
Ah, so it's like AIDS.
My head is in my hands.
I'm gonna need a beer for this.
Caden, one thing I do want to say is that I'm very proud that we haven't heard a squeak coming from your microphone.
Fuck yeah.
New chair gang.
I bought a new chair just for the podcast.
This is the most sizable investment in the podcast made so far.
$170.
Oh no, after steps at 10 o'clock, that's pretty sizable.
Why do you always have to say shit that doesn't make sense or have any relevance?
That made a lot of sense. Because it was a sizable contribution to the podcast.
Well, speaking of sizable contributions, Joseph has a little announcement he wants to make. Do you want to tell the people what you came up with, Joseph?
Alright, so I thought, considering we dropped a merch line for some reason.
Salty.com.
Salty.com. Coby, you remember? Slalty.
Yeah.
So, yeah, spelled correctly. So I was thinking, so if 20 people buy our shirts and send them, and so if we get 20 pictures of different people wearing our shirts, I will get a tattoo of Danny DeVito from all in his It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia art costume thing on my leg, on my thigh.
So that is, so by episode 20, if 20 people have
That's right, sorry.
purchased the merch, taken a photo of themselves wearing it and put it on their Instagram story tagging at Slalt Cast, then Joseph will get this tattoo and the journey will be documented on the podcast.
Yeah.
Now, we've given you a month, to get these submissions in. That should be enough time with the shipping from the things. I know myself and Coby have gotten our shirts already.
Yes.
We don't count in the...
Fuck you,
Well,
I'm counting me and Coby.
We do.
Oh, fuck.
I was about to say, does it count if I buy 20 shirts? Do you have to
Well,
get the
no,
20?
you have to get 20 people.
20
So
unique
look, Cameron,
individuals.
if you
That's not
take a
hard.
photo and then
Yeah, I'm not
Paris
gonna lie,
takes a
if I
photo...
told my family, I reckon they'd chip in. So
Okay.
I don't think it's difficult to get Joseph to get that tattoo.
Well, I mean... If
Joseph
we get
is
enough
the king of
submissions...
bad ideas.
If we get enough submissions, we might have to improvise something greater.
Can we change the tattoo, Joseph? Can you just get like across your back, like still Danny DeVito, but having it? So anyway, I started blasting.
Well, it's
Full back tattoo of Danny DeVito.
I feel like
It's like the one...
the stakes aren't high though because you want this. This isn't something that you're forced to get. This is something that you want.
Well, no, I don't really want this because it's going to be on my leg.
But you came up with the idea of something that you should get.
Yeah.
No, well, I know.
As
I came
well
up
as
with it
20
'cause it'd be
people,
funny
that's
and
not a
This is
hard
like
margin.
this is like Blake's punishment for not doing 9 before 1.
Oh, okay.
we have
Do
to
we
chop
want to
his feet
explain what the game is there, Coby?
What 1 before 9 and 9 before 1?
Yeah.
You have 1 beer before 9, and if not, you have to have 9 beers before 1.
So this is a game.
It's a holiday tradition.
Yeah, it's a game you generally play on like a boys' weekend or anything. If you don't have 1 beer before 9 a.m., mate, you best believe that you have 9 before 1. Otherwise, you are getting punished.
Speaking of punishments, now this is going somewhere. I hate Facebook.
Oh.
They punish me for no reason.
Did they forget your birthday again?
No.
No. Did they remember someone else's?
Oh,
Well,
well.
Unrelated circumstances.
So there was news that came out that with fucking the Oculus Rift, which is a VR headset.
I have one.
Dan has one.
Jesus.
Like after the next month or so, to use it, you have to use a Facebook account to pair it with. And now I just want to ask, why the fuck Mark Zuckerberg has to ruin everything that is sacred?
Okay,
Do
Cody.
you have a
I'm
Facebook
gonna
account?
reply to your question with 2 other questions. Question number 1: If you wanted to use, say, YouTube, would you not expect to have a YouTube account Like, if you want to use a service a company provides, would you not expect to have an account with that company? First question. Second question, you have a fucking Facebook account. Why do you care so much?
Okay. Here's the thing, Dan. You don't need to use a YouTube account or Google account. Remember when they used to make you sign up for Google Plus and how everybody fucking hated it?
I liked Google Plus. I will always know.
You were like the only person I knew that actively used Google Plus.
I don't know if I'd say I actively used it.
Daniel, if you used it at all, you were an active user.
I was the most active Google Plus user.
There was about 4 of you, and you were the top one.
It's the same principle with that it's just I don't want to link my Facebook account to my potentially
I know why.
what I could be doing in VR. Now I'm not saying
counterpoint.
anything bad.
Counterpoint. I have this VR headset and I've been using it with a Facebook account. The Facebook account's only for the Oculus Store. If you were to perhaps view other content from other sources, not through the Oculus Store, if you catch my drift, Mark Zuckerberg can't see what you're seeing.
But what if he can? What if he
can't.
can? What if I'm in VR chat slapping
mate,
up some dudes because it's only dudes, VR chicks, titties, right? And I'm just slapping them. I'm having a good time. And Mark Zuckerberg is going, I wonder what I should do today because he's Kermit
He's
the
not
Frog.
Kermit the Frog.
And then
he's smoking meats.
Also, you do realize Google can see all of that anyway, so it's the same shit.
Yeah, but I
matter.
use incognito mode.
So can your FBI agent that looks through your camera?
Yeah,
One,
so
we're in
everyone
Australia,
waves
so we
in.
don't have FBI.
I don't. Yeah.
So
You don't know
really,
that.
what super company do you want watching your shit?
Yeah.
Trick
That's
question,
the
they're
real
all watching your shit anyway.
Tencent. The
We've got
Chinese
Discord
company
molesting us right
Tencent.
now.
Well, did you see that? Well, it's not Tencent specifically, but more Epic Games and Apple are having a bit of beef at the moment.
Yeah, I saw that. I haven't really been into
basically
it.
how the App Store or how fucking most digital stores work is when you're selling products on, like, say, the App Store or the Google Play Store, you make an app, you put it on there, you charge 99 cents for it. Coby here buys this app, pays his 99 cents. 33 of those cents, or 30 of those cents goes to Apple, and you get the 60 cents. This goes for all purchases from the App Store and then all in-app purchases. Now, Epic Games, you may know from the wildly popular video game Fork Knife. So Epic Games makes Fortnite. Fortnite generates billions of dollars a month for the App Store, like just off the App Store alone, let alone on other platforms. Because little boys and their mum's credit cards are rife on the App Store. Epic Games is not happy with having to pay Apple that 30%. So what they did is they broke the App Store terms of service by adding a way that you could pay for in-app purchases not through the App Store, which is like explicitly against Apple's terms of service. Doing so immediately got Fortnite pulled down from the App Store, and then as soon as they did that, Epic Games filed a lawsuit against Apple saying like that they're trying to create a monopoly over the the digital marketplace on the iPhone, which is fair enough because they are. I bet what Epic didn't expect was Apple to immediately clap back by revoking their dev tools for Mac and iOS, which is a huge issue because Epic Games also makes the Unreal Engine, which is what a huge number of games, like a good percentage of all video games run off.
It's a ridiculous amount of games run.
So Epic clapping back at Apple has inadvertently cost a bunch of smaller developers and indie developers to potentially lose a gigantic market share by not being able to be on Apple. So it's really kind of backfired on Epic.
That's kind of fucked.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, no. So that's the latest wrinkle in the story. Well, actually, Xbox has thrown their support behind Epic Games, saying that Apple should ease up because Epic doesn't want the 30% completely gone. So
they
what a lot
of to give Apple a less
so what a lot of other digital marketplaces do is once you generate over a certain amount of revenue, you pay less of a share because in theory the store's still making the same amount of money if you were selling less because you're selling more, a smaller cut is still more money. So the Epic Game Store, or let's use Steam for example on the PC. If you sell if you just put a game on Steam, you pay the 30% revenue share. If it sells more than, I can't remember the exact number, but let's say $10 million, you pay only 20% to Steam. And then if it sells over $50 million, you only have to pay a 12% share to Steam. And Epic's pushing for a similar scheme on the App Store and Google Play. But, I mean, Apple's fucking too big to fail at this point, so they're not really relenting on that.
We'll see conspiracy theory time, which isn't really that big of a conspiracy theory. Is I agree with the concept of like percentage cuts and like changing how the App Store works, because 30% is a lot of money in the grand scheme of
things. It's a huge
and
amount, especially if you're a smaller developer not making as much.
Yeah. However, Fortnite had, like, within a day, not only a lawsuit, but a fully animated video and a hashtag.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's almost like they prepared for this. Yeah.
Yeah, but it just seems stupid because, you know, it's kind of obvious that they're pushing the agenda that they're doing this for everybody, but they're really only care about themselves.
They're trying to make themselves look like the good guy.
Or, I mean, they are, like, with the whole Epic Game Store on PC, the whole point of that existing, yes, Epic gets a cut of the money, but it's giving indie devs a bigger cut than they would get on Steam. And that has, like,
which I do like,
actively helped indie devs and stuff. And then this is a move in the same direction. They're trying to help indie developers. Indie meaning, like, independent developers, so developers not tied to big software companies. They're trying to get them a bigger revenue share, while also on the side helping themselves a lot. So, I mean, it's like an honorable thing, but how honorable is, like, the intention is the question. But at the end of the day, they are kind of doing the right thing.
I guess. I just hate Tim Sweeney.
Why is that, Coby? Tim Sweeney's the CEO of Epic Games.
Because he's got a funny name.
Because he's not Todd Howard.
Yeah. It just works.
ZeniMax is an oil company.
Oh, man. So, the Batman trailer came out. DC Fandome.
Do you want to...
The Fandome, whatever the fuck it...
I've been talking a lot, so I was going to do a rundown, but you guys are probably sick of hearing my voice, so I'm going to send this link, and one of you fuckers can read through this. And we'll break down the DC Fandome.
I'm the resident DC man.
I do want to ask Cameron a question. Because Cameron's just sitting here chilling. Not really talking much. And I kind of want to ask you something, Cameron.
Is it perhaps a genuine question?
It is a genuine question.
Are you going to ask?
Well, I didn't know if he was there.
Fuck's sake.
I got nowhere else to go.
Well, I mean, you're not wrong. We all are active, like, kind of gamers, whereas you're, like, you pop in here and there. What useless fucking thing would you use the VR for?
Well, Cameron actually owns a VR headset.
I actually have
one.
Wait,
what?
That's true. I have one. I remember I bought one not long after we used Dan's one because we played Super Hot with it and I loved that game. So I think the weekend after I had one,
oh shit,
I bought one and I haven't used it in
now.
ages. It's collecting dust, but
I remember now.
Like
what run of the mill, like random ass fucking.
He's trying to get you to say you'd use porn for it.
Yeah, I was saying that. He's doing a sneaky.
But the thing is mine's like, I don't know. I feel like it'd be too complicated to do that on the one I've got because the one I've got hooks up to my PlayStation, and I don't think it can hook up to my PC. I'm not
As
sure
someone
about that,
who has tried using the PSVR for said tasks, it is not a simple process.
That's fucking disgusting.
It's a lot easier with the Rift.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't think it'd be easy on my one. The Rift would make it a lot easier. But
such a weird conversation.
To answer your question, Caden, no, I've never done that.
And let me tell you, none of it is a great experience.
It's just to me it just I would feel anxiety ridden just thinking is the door.
Well, I just feel the need to apologize constantly.
I was going to say when you take the headset off, you go, "Oh, it isn't that big."
Well, I mean, there's always that.
Well, I have a lot more hair than the guy.
I'd feel so exposed.
All right, I'm talking about DC fandom now. Let me fucking do it. I'm so
So run down this
so
article
excited.
because it's kind of in chronological order. I trust you to pick the important things.
Yeah. All right. Well, the first one we got Wonder Woman 84. I'm very excited for this because I thought
very good.
So
the
what
last
did
one
they
was really
show
good
us
until the end.
What did they show us new at DC
I think
Fandom,
it was
Joseph?
just a new trailer, wasn't it? Basically,
It was.
So and then there was like I think
cheetah.
Linda Carter, who was the original Wonder Woman from the 70s, who was like everyone's first crush. Was I think
Never
show up to
seen
like
it.
a panel or something.
Yeah.
So very excited for that. That's coming out.
So what
Is
were
it this
all
year?
your guys? That comes out supposed to be at the end of this year. Whether it
Yeah,
does
it's like
'cause of
October or
COVID.
something, isn't it?
October sounds
Yeah.
alright. Let's go with that.
Yeah.
What were your guys' thoughts on the first Wonder Woman?
I liked it. I thought it was cool.
It was very good.
Good till the end.
Up until the very end, yeah.
And then it turned into a big CGI battle with
Man with
Lupus
mustache.
to
Professor
Professor
Lupin.
Lupin with the mustache.
Fuck, that was Professor Lupin.
Yeah.
I'm only now realizing it. Why didn't he just turn into a werewolf and run away?
Unrelated circumstances. All right. Next up, which to be honest is one of my highlights of it, Gotham Knights. How fucking good does that look?
So what is
haven't
Gotham
actually
Knights,
seen it.
So
Joseph?
it's basically it's made by the guys who made the Arkham games.
So kind of.
Arkham.
The
and
the Arkham
but
video
it's different,
games
it's different.
consist of 4 video games.
Three.
Three of which are made by Rocksteady, and one of which is made by WB Montreal. WB Montreal making Arkham Origins.
Yes.
And now this Gotham Knights is made by WB Montreal.
No, it's Rocksteady.
Nope. Rocksteady makes the other
Yeah.
game. This one's WB Montreal.
Oh, sorry, wrong one. Oops.
Gotham Knights is WB Montreal.
It's so
and so it's
fucking
set
confusing.
after the events of Arkham Knight, I believe, in the same universe.
Ooh.
Batman is dead, and you play as...
I thought it was just different. It was just a
No,
world
it's
where
apparently
Batman
it's in the
died.
universe, from some of the things I've been reading.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, you
I'd
play
like
as
to
the
see
Bat
a bit
family.
of like an aftermath.
So, yeah, he plays Nightwing, Robin,
Batgirl and Red Hood.
Batgirl, and Red Hood. Yeah. So you got that.
So
That's
many
that looks
Robins.
fucking mad. Yeah, I know.
So many Robins.
And so
Just
that
a
game...
quick one for the
yeah.
people at home. Do you want to sum this up? Because I'm going to assume I, like most people, have no clue what you're talking about.
We just explained it.
Yeah, but
Literally
it's like
explain.
you just chucked in a bunch of people.
How do
it's
you not know who those people
So
are?
it's a video game where you play as the characters Joseph just listed, and you fight crime. The cool thing about this, it's the Arkham games are single player. This game's fully playable in co-op, in 4-player co-op, which is I'm very excited about.
So
That'd be
that is
sick.
going to be.
That'd be really
And then
sick.
we got a really good reveal at there as well. So the Flash movie 2022. Guess who's coming back, baby? Alcoholism and smoking. It's Ben Affleck. He's back.
That
I'm
man,
excited.
that man is dating Ana de Armas.
Is he actually?
Yes,
Fuck, she's hot.
she's very.
So I think it's
Dude.
just it's gonna be Flashpoint. It's I think and
Flashpoint would be fun.
fucking what's the name's back? Michael Keaton, best Batman is back. Fucking how good. We also
So
got
what is
wait.
Flashpoint?
Oh, that's too hard to go
Oh,
into.
That's
That's
so much. Why would you ask?
Yeah, that is
question?
such a fucking
He
question.
goes back in time.
Doesn't he just
fucks
save his
up,
mum? Yeah.
He fucks up.
There's so
goes
much
back
more to
forward
it.
in time. He realizes he fucked up. Nearly dies. Goes back. Kills. Makes sure his mum actually dies, and then
No, he doesn't kill her. He
everything's
just
fixed.
stops himself from doing it.
yeah.
I-
Well, that's what I said.
yeah.
Make sure his mum actually.
All right,
dies.
moving on from that one. We'll go through these pretty quickly now. We got Suicide Squad. James
Well,
Gunn.
actually, I kind of wanted to focus on this one a bit. But
Well,
yes,
okay, we'll focus on this
continue.
one. I think. Well, that's basically really it. There's nothing else. But the rest we can
There's
sort
a
of-
couple more.
Oh, there's
things,
one more thing after that. The rest we can breeze
Two.
through.
but yes. So Suicide Squad.
Fuck. Yeah, so we got Suicide Squad. We got
It's
Margot
a
Robbie.
stacked lineup.
Yeah, it's
Idris Elba. Yeah.
Idris Elba. Viola
John
Davis's back.
Cena.
So is it a fucking sequel or what? I don't know.
So this Suicide Squad is directed by James Gunn. James Gunn, you'll know from Marvel
Cancelled
fame.
Marvel.
Cancel. He's got uncancelled.
'cause the
Quietly
whole
when no one
Guardians
was
of the-
looking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Guardians of the Galaxy crew was like, nah, we're not gonna do it anymore.
Yeah, no. So
Yeah,
he directed
man.
Guardians of the Galaxy. He got fired because of some old tweets that got brought up. And then in the short period of time that he was fired, he got picked up by DC to direct a reboot of the Suicide Squad. So it's a reboot.
But it's got like the same actors in it.
It has
Like
some
Joel-
of the same actors in it.
Why is Joel Kinnaman in it? Out of all they could have rebooted.
Oh, he was fantastic as Boomerang when he was the 30 seconds he was in it.
When he was there.
No, he's not. Joel Kinnaman's not Boomerang. He's Rick Flag, mate. That's how memorable
Oh,
he
sorry.
was.
Jesus Christ, you're right. No,
Fucking Jai
Jai
Courtney.
Courtney was Boomerang, sorry, and he's back for that. Yeah. Anyway,
that's amazing.
So this cast, the fact that it's how much longer there's like 15 different actors here playing different
There's actual King
C
Shark.
and D tier villains, makes me extremely confident for like the quality of this movie, because in a Suicide Squad comic, so like the elevator pitch for the uninformed at home, the Suicide Squad is set in the DC universe, and basically, the government gets together all of like a group of villains, like DC villains that have been caught and chucked in jail, and they put them together in order to like do a mission where the chance of them dying is extremely high. So the government doesn't want to like put like actual people they care about in the
So
mission.
if Superman flew into the Oval Office and tried to kill the president, we'd send
The Suicide
these
Squad.
people.
Joel
no.
Kinnaman.
But so generally in those stories, a lot of the cast, like the cast constantly changes because by the
They
nature of
die.
the missions, they constantly die.
Die.
The issue with the last Suicide Squad is that did one of the many issues was that didn't happen at all. And judging
One
by
of them died.
what was his
but it
name,
was-
Kobe? What was his name?
El Diablo, the Mexican.
No, it was Slipknot.
Oh, the man who can climb anything?
Was that his power? I thought he was good at hanging himself.
He's got a rope or something. I don't know, man.
Yeah, no.
El
Grappling
Diablo
hook,
also
that's it.
died. He sacrificed himself.
Spoilers.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That movie's
Sorry.
so shit. It doesn't matter. It's actually making me. I don't want to hear it. It's bringing me up like bad things.
That
We're gonna
Oscar-winning
move on.
Suicide Squad.
Yeah. Well, we're moving on.
Her heart's out.
so-
We can end this.
Oh god. So now we're gonna talk. So the
But
Snyder Cut.
leave the one that you want for last and talk
Yeah,
about
I
the
know.
other game.
Oh, well, can we talk about the Snyder Cut for 2 seconds?
Oh, okay, yeah. So 3 more things then. Go.
The Snyder Cut's back. It's
Snyder
happening.
Cut,
All right,
baby.
all right, moving on. And Black Adam.
Snyder
No,
Cut. That was
no,
a 4-minute trailer. That was awesome.
Yeah,
It
it
was
looks.
actually pretty good.
It looks.
It's still gonna be a bad movie.
Black
I don't know
Suit
what to tell you.
Superman,
Yeah,
Dark
I
Side.
don't know what to
It's
tell
definitely
you.
gonna be. It's definitely gonna
still
be better.
gonna be. It's still gonna be a bad.
It's still
movie.
going to be bad, but at least it's
It's-
going to look cool.
It's gonna be better than how the Batman v Superman extended cut was a lot better.
It was bad. I don't know if I'd use a
I
lot.
mean-
No.
it-
So let me explain. It made the movie itself better. It didn't make the script better.
Yeah,
Like,
it
didn't
made
make
it
the plot better.
fully make sense at least. It
Yeah,
fully
'cause
gave the
watching
characters
that
their motivation.
Yeah,
and
watching
stuff.
it at the movies was the most disappointing time of my life. Watching Batman v Superman at the movies, along with Justice League, those are the 2 most disappointing moments of my life.
I still haven't seen
they
Justice
were-
League.
You don't have to. Just watch the Snyder Cut.
That's exactly what I'm waiting for.
Like, it's not going to be better, but at least it's going to make sense.
There's been times where I've been like, maybe I should watch it just to see what everyone's shitting on it
No,
about.
you don't need to.
But now that the Snyder's Cut's coming out, I'm kind of like, I'll give it some time.
Justice League was so bad and like boring and soulless that even me, number one fucking comic movie fan, couldn't tell you what happened in that movie.
Literally, I've watched the Justice League cartoon. I've read so many of those comics. I fucking have a Batman tattoo on my ass. I love this shit. I love this shit. All right.
Are you trying to have
I
a fucking nerd off with Dan?
No.
Dan was like, I'm the number one comic book fan, Dan.
No,
and
I was
then
gonna be
Joseph
like-
butts in with, oh, yeah, well, I've watched every minute of the cartoon.
I'll
I've
give him
memorized
that.
every
He's
No,
a
I'll-
bigger DC fan than I am.
No,
He's a bigger
no.
DC
I was just I was gonna reiterate Dan's
Reiterate my
point.
point,
It's fucking trash. I don't remember
awful.
what happens.
Yes, and
Yeah,
That's
fuck you.
what I
Kobe.
was going on with it. I was
All right,
fucking, I
can
was
we? All right,
bidding.
moving on from Zack Snyder and his
Black
family.
Adam, the animated
Yeah,
teaser.
Black Adam. Yeah, looks pretty mad. Happy
Hey,
Black Adam
about
looks cool.
The Rock can do no
Um,
wrong except for the times that he does wrong.
that.
Except
and
for
then
the
we
other
got-
movies that he's just in for the sake of being there.
I hope you're not talking
Yeah,
about
fuck.
Hobbs and Shaw, one of the greatest
Yeah,
movies
Hobbs-
ever made.
What about, you remember the
Shaw
one that he was in
come
a
back from the
fucking tower? With a
Skyscraper.
prosthetic
Oh,
leg?
Skyscraper. That
The
movie's so
angriest I've
bad.
ever been in a cinema. So I skipped class to see. I should have said that loud. I skipped class to see that movie, and I wished I was in class.
It's fucking terrible.
By far, The Rock's greatest role ever. A giant man without a leg in a big tower.
The plot of that movie was, let's turn it off and on again. That was how that movie resolved itself.
Before we continue, can we get a word from Cameron? Cameron, a word?
Yo.
That was our word from Cameron.
And a word from Cameron.
And we're back.
We're back. Fucking hell. All right, we got Titans season 3. No, I'm just fucking joking. No one watches that shit. And then we had what was the other game? It's not.
It was a Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad kills the Justice League. This was made by Rocksteady.
So this one basically, it's a 4-player co-op, and basically just like I don't know actually too much about the game because it comes out in fucking 2022. I don't know why they'd release a trailer now.
Because it looks fucking awesome.
Yeah, but still.
So the team
it wasn't a gameplay trailer. It
was like a cinematic. I mean, hey, it looks like there's some sort of like infection type thing that's
It's Brainiac, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's Brainiac.
I was getting there, but you've jumped and you've landed.
Oh, I'm sorry, I've jumped. Yeah, everybody that listens to this podcast is going to understand every single character.
Basically, the Justice League's been mind controlled, and the Suicide Squad, who we described earlier, have to kill them. Except this time, video game form.
Nice.
So it's basically going to be what's that? What was that game on fucking Xbox when it came out? Insomniac.
Sunset Overdrive.
Yeah, it looks like that.
It has that same vibe.
You summed that up very well the other day, Dan, when you basically said it's DC's Sunset Overdrive. It has that kind of like run-of-the-mill chaotic vibe.
Colourful,
very chaotic, very like
funny,
kind of break the third wall, funny, lighthearted.
Fourth wall.
The
third wall is just the wall to your right. It's the one you punched.
Wait, what?
Wasn't that a garage? Wasn't that the garage you punched?
I was making a meme.
Joseph, you've punched a wall, so you can't really lie.
Now, Joseph, you can.
I punched the bush.
You should have punched a tree, mate. You should have punched.
You can blow your load now, Joseph.
Boys, it's. I'm so excited.
It's Twilight 7.
Mate. He's vengeance. He's the night. He's Robert Pattinson.
He beat the shit out of that homeless dude.
It's
fucking good does
goth
that look?
Boy Batman.
How good does it look?
It actually looks pretty sick.
I've never been like
so for the viewers
for a fucking Batman movie.
Tell us what it is.
So it's I don't know if it's a spin-off or it's in the DCEU. I don't know what the fuck it is.
It's not in the DCEU. It's just like a standalone thing.
So it's just the Batman. Directed by Matt Reeves. He made the Planet of the Apes, the last two Planet of the Apes movies. He made Cloverfield. Can't remember what else he's made, but it looks fucking amazing. It's
Batman
just it's
being played by Robert Pattinson.
Oh, Robert Pattinson.
Important wrinkle.
It's kind of like Batman Year One. It looks like Year One, Long Halloween, all put together, and Hush kind of. And Riddler's the main villain. You got fucking Catwoman. The casting looks fucking mad.
Which looks sick.
Okay, is Jim Carrey playing?
No, Jim Carrey, his cousin.
Jim Carrey, his cousin.
Is he playing the Riddler?
No,
literally unwatchable. I am not watching that movie. It is garbage. I am calling it now.
Is Kiss from a Rose involved in any way?
Look, when I put it on my speaker and play it in the end of the movie, it will be involved. But fuck, how good! Like,
do we know
what's his name?
who the Riddler is?
Yeah, it's Paul Anon. Like, let me look. I'm looking up. He's in 12 Years is it 12 Years a Slave that he's in?
12 Years a Slave
Paul
I
Dano.
have beef with because it won the Academy Award over movie. I can't remember which movie I'm angry that it beat, but I'll find out. Continue with your conversation.
Yeah, he's a fucking fantastic actor, and he's gonna be so fucking good as the Riddler because he already looks like a fucking scary serial killer cunt like Coby.
Okay.
He's got.
Hold on a minute. Can we talk about that for a minute?
No.
That was extremely uncalled.
So we got.
Before you go on, before you go on, we have to talk about this, Joseph. Why would you single me out like that? That was absolutely uncalled for.
No, but you look exactly like this.
12 Years a Slave beat the movie Her and The Wolf of Wall Street.
Okay, thank you.
Did it
Jim,
actually?
Let's continue.
Yeah, I don't know how The Wolf of Wall Street didn't win. Yeah,
that's so
I'm trying
good.
to air my grievances out with Joseph.
Leonardo DiCaprio is better than Brad Pitt. There, I said it.
Wins immediately.
Yeah, that's true. Margot Robbie naked wins, but You look exactly like was it a Paul Dano?
Paul Dano.
You're both really white. You got long hair.
Oh my god, you do look
no
like Paul
chin.
Dano.
The exact same person.
Okay.
I do not look like Paul Dano.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
You really
I
do.
don't.
Okay, everyone.
I don't look like Paul Dano.
Coby, but posh.
Have you guys seen the
He's
movie
got a
Prisoners?
chin.
Have you guys seen the movie Prisoners?
Yeah.
So, if you want to see Coby getting absolutely fucking tortured by Hugh Jackman, watch the movie Prisoners.
It looks nothing like me.
I'm gonna put up something on the Instagram. Vote yes or no. Does Coby look like Paul Dano?
This guy's attractive. He looks like he's gotten laid with a ponytail.
No, don't try and reverse this and make this a good thing. You look like Paul Dano.
Jake Gyllenhaal is in the related searches.
Yeah, because he's in.
He's in
Prisoners.
Fucking idiot. So we got Zoe Kravitz's Catwoman. Fantastic.
That's an awesome bit of casting there.
Colin Farrell's the Penguin. Awesome. You can't even tell with the fucking makeup. It's mad.
Fucking
Jeffrey Wright
is
Gordon.
Commissioner Gordon. Hell yeah.
Andy Serkis, Alfred Pennyworth. Fucking Alfred Pennyworth. It's John Turturro. Turturro, I think his name is.
It ticks all the
Carmen
boxes to be
Falcone.
a good movie. Now let's just hope they execute it.
Well, how sick? I want to keep going on this. How sick is that fucking batsuit? Now we saw
It's so
like photos of
fucking
it like leaked like a year ago, but
Yeah, and
seeing
then they released it.
yeah,
like,
seeing it
pictures of
moving on the film with like the metal and it looks like he actually made it. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's fucking how just doesn't it look mad?
It's
I can't
pretty well thought
explain
out.
it.
Like it
And-
has. You can see the hours and upon hours of just thought process between like the suits, the villain interaction, like everything.
I think
What?
No, that makes sense. I'm gonna cut out your objection here because Kaden made a good point.
It makes
I think
sense.
I think the direction that DC should be taking is like they really went ham, especially like with Zack Snyder's stuff going in. This is the universe. We need to hurry up and catch up to Marvel.
I don't think that was Zack Snyder's. Though.
Well, that was the
no, it wasn't-
executive's decision.
Yeah, that
it
was
wasn't
old
like-
mate coming into Zack Snyder's desk and saying, "Make this," and him
Make
going,
this, yeah.
"My daughter just died," and then they going, "Keep making it, slave."
Okay, why'd you? Okay.
Well, no, his daughter died, and then they said, "This is the perfect opportunity to get you out."
Yeah, oh, Jesus Christ.
But making more art piece films like the Joker and possibly the Batman as well.
Rather than just the run-of-the-mill fucking superhero
Yeah, so
shit.
that's a great point. Like they should
which
definitely.
is what DC's strength in characters are. They're very like artsy stories. You can get really deep because a lot of it has to do with, Marvel.
Well, a lot of it's
has got to
metaphors
do with,
for like.
yeah,
various-
Marvel has got to do a lot with superheroes, but DC is more. I mean,
Well, they both have
generali-
aspects of it. But
generalizing.
DC
Yeah.
does have a lot of like especially with like Batman, is a lot of like more
Yeah.
psychological stories.
Well, you have that with a lot of Marvel stuff, but I think just the Marvel stuff now has been just
Or that they've
because of the movies
Desensitized.
Marvel's
they've
really
got rid of that basically.
Yeah, well,
from
they've
the
got
movies.
in the film universe anyway. They have like the market share on like the fun action movie.
Yeah.
So DC really needs to double down on what they started in Man of Steel with like the grittier, darker.
Oh, but I don't even
like
think that
brooding
because you can still do fun. Like Shazam was
I mean, you
fun.
can still
That was a
do
good
fun,
movie.
but
You can,
it's more like gritty and grounded than Marvel is.
Their kind of trope is that dark kind of aesthetic.
And this
I feel
Batman
like-
movie looks dark.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
feel like they've
Yeah.
sit themselves in that role for long enough. There's no way that they can really try and pry themselves out of it. They can throw in like their Shazam and everything else. I think that's fine because that fits the bill really well. But the more they try to dig themselves out of that hole, the more they're probably going to find like bad movies.
I think. Well, if you look at like the best Marvel movies, what are they? Civil War,
We're gonna
Dark
have
Knight.
the Winter
disagreements here.
Soldier. You said Dark Knight. Why-
Dark Knight
I said
movies.
That's not a Marvel movie.
Shut
Kaden.
the fuck up.
Not
Kaden.
Marvel, sorry.
So I was like, if you looked at it, like Winter Soldier, Civil War, Iron Man
Your
1.
views don't reflect mine.
Well, I'm saying like for me, and they're all the most sort of character actual. They're not the run of the mill Marvel ones. Like if you compare them to fucking Thor
Well,
1 and 2 and Iron
I
Man
would
2
say
and
that
3.
since like the second half of Phase 2, none of the Marvel movies have been your stereotypical Marvel movies.
Captain Marvel,
I
Other
disagree.
than Captain Marvel, but like
Ant-Man 2.
What about Thor?
Ant-Man 2 was excellent.
Incorrect.
Shut your mouth.
Incorrect.
You just hate David Dastmalio, who's going to be Polka Dot Man in the new Suicide Squad.
That's such a fucking deep, weird cut.
Suicide Squad, like literally the cast for Suicide Squad is just a Smash Bros fucking meme.
It really is. Fucking
It's
Polka
just-
Dot Man.
And so on. So
Anyway,
let's
back to the
join
Batman.
battle.
Back to the Batman. If you guys are thinking, hang on, Robert Pattinson, he was Cedric Diggory and
No,
Vampire.
he was only Cedric Diggory.
And
That's why I
Vampire.
said
How's
Diggory.
he going to be Batman? He hasn't done anything worthwhile. Well, I'm here to tell you he has. He's if you want to catch up on your
Tenet.
if you want to catch up on your Robert Pattinson, some great movies to watch. Good Time, directed by the Safdie brothers. It's like one of the best thrillers I've ever seen. High Life, great sci-fi movie. The Lighthouse was a great little fun indie film that came. Well, not
That was cool.
the
Fun.
opposite
I
of
watched that
fun.
recently.
Very
No,
disturbing
legit.
indie film. You should
Yeah,
I watched that
definitely watch
for a
recently.
week.
It was very, very interesting.
And then yes,
I
Kobe
had
jumped
Willem
the gun.
Dafoe come
But
through.
Tenet
Tennis.
Did you know Tenet backwards
Filmed in 3
is
weeks.
Dunkirk.
is Dunkirk?
Tenet had its advanced screenings in Australia over the weekend, and all of us here, sans Caden, went to go
I
see
think
it.
I'm going to see it over the weekend, probably.
Very exciting. Cameron, do you want to give us your top level spoiler free thoughts on Tenet?
I'm not gonna lie. Without having taken it, I felt like I was on an Eki the whole time. Like, don't get me wrong, going back on that Robert Pattinson thing, I didn't think he would be a good Batman until I saw Tenet. Because I've actually, besides Harry Potter, I've never seen him in another movie.
Yeah.
Have you
So-
not watched Twilight?
No, I didn't watch Twilight. Am I 12? No.
I feel like everyone at this point has seen Twilight.
No, I will refuse to put myself
Alright.
through that.
You know what? Everybody's
I haven't
seen I'm talking.
Twilight. The first Twilight movie was good.
I have not seen Twilight.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's not.
I
It's
lied.
really not.
I lied. I lied to everyone. Continue
Okay.
that, Cameron.
No, I'm
Okay.
done. Kobe interrupted me. I'm done.
I just wanted to.
Nope, you interrupted. You're gonna learn your
Oh.
lesson.
I'm so sorry. Will you ever forgive me?
Nope.
Please, Cameron, don't take the kids.
Nope.
Please,
You keep
Cameron.
bringing
No,
this
I
up.
can't-
I feel like you have some trauma there that you need to
take
deal
this a
with.
second time, Cameron. Please, no.
Nope.
You need to deal with this trauma, man.
I'm going over to my
What?
mother's house.
No, please don't leave.
I'll be expecting a call.
Please, no.
Hey, Kobe, do you need
You're all
Centrelink?
that
I
I
can
have.
provide you.
What?
Do you want your paid parenting payment single now that you're single and your wife or husband or didn't pay attention doesn't love you anymore and she's moved? He or she's
Speaking
moved.
of wife and husband, I have another match on Tinder.
Oh shit! Fuck Tenet.
Oh.
Tell us about this.
Yeah, fuck.
Okay.
Yeah. Tenet's confusing. This is not because we all know where this is going to end.
Okay.
Have you
So
messaged her yet?
No, I haven't.
I'll draft
And the reason
something. I'll draft something.
The reason, yes, the reason is because I wanted to think of something to send during the podcast. and
Tell us
update.
about her, Kobe.
Oh, here we go. Let's do what Kobe normally does. Ask Joseph what you want to write, and then send it.
I'm asking the group.
we need to
Cameron.
know this woman before we can craft
I've
a
listened to
response.
multiple podcasts that you ask the group, then whatever Joseph says, that's what you send.
I refused Joe. Went with the thing that Dan said last week.
Kobe refuses me now,
He
but he's not
refused
going to
your
do it anymore
advances.
because of the implication.
Now that we
I
have
have-
a HR department, Kobe is allowed to refuse your advances.
No.
All right.
The issue is I'm the HR department.
That is the issue.
So she's 21. She lives 210 kilometers away.
Oh, Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
this shit. Oh my god.
And she has no bio.
What are her pictures?
Yeah.
Like?
Can you send us this Tinder?
That's
Joseph
can I
just wants
share?
to
No, I
Snap
don't
back.
know. We don't have to see them. I want you to describe them. It'd be better if we don't see them.
Oh, hold on.
Can you get Microsoft Paint up and screen
Alright,
share?
Well, there's a lot of pictures. Okay, ready. All right. So the first picture is just a stock standard selfie camera selfie with what looks like her in a nurse
Blonde,
getup.
brunette, redhead.
She's olive skinned, dark hair.
Oh, okay. I like where this is headed.
Second picture is mirror selfie.
How are the assets?
I'm not going to comment because that's kind of objectifying someone.
Yes, but it's also Tinder. That's half the point.
Yeah. She doesn't have a bio. What do you think she's wanting you to comment on?
Pretty
She's
decent.
asking for
the
it.
The assets are good.
Oh, okay. So is she like pretty?
Next one's another selfie, but with a Snapchat or Instagram filter.
Red flag. But if the first two photos were unfiltered, or was her face particularly visible in the first two?
Yes.
Okay.
Not the second one because it's a mirror selfie and she's kind of holding the camera close to her.
What was the angle like on that first one where you can see her face? Do you actually see her face, or are we?
Yes,
are we
you
hiding?
see her face.
Okay.
It's
Passable then.
okay.
Passable.
Second one is a picture that somebody else took of her sitting on some steps.
Classic.
The next one is of a Mercedes-Benz. I assume it's hers.
Okay.
The
I don't
next
know why
one's
you'd assume that.
Why
Women
else?
can't own property.
Why would she have a random person's car on her Tinder bio?
For
Flexing.
the flex.
And
I
women
guess.
can't own property in Australia.
Okay, shut up. The next one is another selfie of her. Then the one after that is a selfie of her in her car.
So it's a lot of
How many
just, like,
selfies does she
generic
have?
Another
Jesus
Tinder.
selfie.
Christ.
A lot of selfies. No group shots.
Now, is it possible these are Google images?
Maybe, because there is a lack of consistency between photos sometimes.
Do you say this because her skin tone and hair color changes drastically?
No, I don't know if it's because of makeup or what, but
Okay.
I don't know. I'm
Well,
not
see-
a
So,
very
boys,
good
what are we
deducer.
messaging her?
Well, Kobe, I've got one.
I mean, you can't go wrong with the Hey X.
Hey X, and then just say, come over to mine. I'll make you pizza.
All right, I forgot. You obviously forgot. She lives 210 kilometers away.
And you'll make her.
No.
And you'll
Okay,
make her
so
pizza.
I think for Kobe, it needs to be funny and like quirky.
What does that mean for Kobe?
Funny and quirky because it fits him.
Yeah, and what else,
Because
Caden? Is it
Tinder's-
because the looks do nothing else? Like, that's all I have?
Because Tinder's mainly face value.
So, quickly, before we get into this, I was having a nice discussion with the boys one night, and the topic of Tinder had come up. And Caden says to me, "Oh, but you know what, Kobe? Tinder isn't really for you because it's much more of a face value thing." Thinking that that's not an insult. Okay?
Because I'm
Sure.
trying to tell you that you're all personality, buddy.
Oh, that doesn't help.
It doesn't help.
Okay, Kobe. Here's what I want you to
Doesn't
do. In your
help.
bio, can you please put that me and Joseph both said that you look like Paul Dano?
I've been told I look like Paul Dano sometimes.
Paul Dano in 12 Years a Slave.
Anyway,
Paul,
what am I
Paul
messaging this
Dano,
chick?
when he's in the shower in Prisoners and fucking Hugh Jackman's beating his face in and is blasting him with hot water.
So what am I messaging this chick?
Say, have you seen Prisoners 2013 with Paul Dano?
Hey, X, X has to be little x. Hey, X, have you seen, what? Prisoners?
Prisoners, then in brackets 2013.
2013.
Doesn't he got a fucking Academy Award?
Starring who?
Paul Dano.
Paul Dano.
And then
Paul
in brackets, we look
Dano.
the same.
No.
No,
just
let her
that.
figure it out.
So, hey, X, have you seen Prisoners 2013 starring Paul Dano?
Yeah,
Oh,
press send.
He's in There Will
Okay,
Be
so-
Blood as well.
Okay,
That's a
now,
great movie.
have you sent it, Kobe?
Yes, I
Now,
have
the
seen
one
it.
wrinkle I'm going to put in this plan is Prisoners is a movie about abducting children. So this might this might give it an interesting vibe.
I like how you
Why
waited
did nobody
until he
say that
saw-
before?
Why did you wait for him to send it?
I was waiting.
Why do I ever trust
It's
you?
like Netflix with fucking cuties.
Oh,
it's like,
fucking
hey,
cuties.
here's
Jesus
this cool
Christ.
new video. Yeah, look at this. Oh wait, no, it's about a 11-year-old.
Look,
Speaking of luring kids into backyards,
Oh no.
guess who's got a new Insta page?
Kobe does. It's
Oh, that's
at-
a weird bleep. Danny, can you hear that bleep?
I can hear the bleep, and I think you should stop saying it.
I'm about to weaponize it.
Joseph, who has a new Instagram account?
It's me. I love the clapping, boys. Thank you. I love
What
the
is
applause.
the purpose of the Instagram account?
All right, so some of you may know.
It's a pizza account.
I'm a big fan of making pizza, so I've decided, you know what? Let's make an Insta account. When I make pizza, I'll post it up there.
Yeah, what's it called, Joseph?
The Italian loves making
So
pizza.
it's called Via Garibaldi.
See what I did there?
Sorry, did
See
you
what
hear
I
that
did
bleep,
there,
Dan?
Joseph?
Look, Joseph, I'll make sure that this segment isn't compromised by Coby.
Yeah, okay,
Shit.
thank you. This is
This is so unfair.
This is my time to shine, really. So it's called Via Garibaldi. It's going to be up and running soon. I hope. Dan's just making the graphic.
Fuck yeah, I am.
Please,
I
for
forgot
the
about
love of
that.
God, say that name 10 times fast.
What's up, Cameron?
Please, for the love of God, say that name 10 times fast.
Via Garibaldi, 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 Via Garibaldi. Was that 10?
Can anyone else smell olive oil?
No, that's the petrol in my mouth burning. I don't know why I have petrol.
Summoning the demons.
But yeah, check it out when I'm there. And so hopefully, this is gonna segue, boys. Listen to this, mate. Hopefully, will be available to purchase. And you know, if you don't have $15 spare, you can always afterpay it. Hey, Coby, do you know what afterpay is?
That was. I'm gonna be honest. While we were talking about Tinder, you tried to segue into pizza, and you failed miserably. We all heard it. Nobody acknowledged it.
Oh no, I want to
get that. I want to clear the air.
Speaking of segues, I just noticed that Caden spelt segue SEGWAY.
Wait, what?
Caden, do you know the difference between a Segway you ride on and a Segway in a conversation? So an SEGWAY Segway is what Paul Blart rides in Paul Blart Mall Cop 1 and 2. An SEGUE Segway is what this is. Shut up! Oh, this is an awful show. Slalty.com, buy your merch.
He's typing in the Discord. What is he typing?
So Coby, tell us about Afterpay. Actually, before you tell us about Afterpay, I remembered one more thing about Prisoners. So in Prisoners, Paul Dano plays a mentally handicapped guy who kidnaps kids.
That's pretty close.
Anyway, Afterpay.
So back in 2018, we went down. All the boys, not all the boys. Cameron wasn't there. Where a majority of the boys went down to Melbourne for a convention called PAX.
Penny Arcade Expo.
Yep. And while we were there, we went and did some shopping in the city because we're white girls. We like to party. We like to have a little bit of fun. You know,
we took photos in that one alley.
We did.
We liked to party.
Only you guys did. Actually, it was only fucking what's his name did? Cameron did, didn't he?
So, we were walking and we were led into a Culture Kings by our ironically uncultured friend Noah. And I saw a jacket in there that I really liked. And to preface, that morning, Joseph and Dan had these Parker just jackets on, and I'm like, I really want a jacket like that. Like I need a jacket like that for my wardrobe. And lo and behold, there was one in the Culture Kings that I really liked. Now at the time, this would have been a good segue. Working at a pizza place, making
negative $6 an hour.
$-,
and also not pizza.
Yeah, not pizza because I was
He
driving.
make drive.
Remember that time you sat on a pizza while we were at your house? Just keep going. We'll segue into that in a second.
Dude, that was a perfect segue.
Anyway, and I saw the jacket, and it was $170, and I went, it's steep, but I really like the jacket.
The
so
cast
I'll
could
buy
be
it,
fruitful.
right?
This is a risk we
Yes.
can take.
Yes. Okay.
The cast wasn't fruitful.
Anyway, the chick was trying to sell me on the entire tracksuit package, because there were tracksuit pants to go along with it, and the jacket is like beige or like a light yellowish brown.
Tan, I believe, is the color.
Tan. Thank you, tan. And pairing that with like matching pants is kind of ugly, right? Sure, people think it's fashionable, but it's ugly. So I was like, no thanks. And she goes, oh, would you like to afterpay this? And I go, what's that? Because I'd never heard of afterpay before.
For context, this was 2018. Afterpay had been
funniest shit
prevalent for like 3 years.
This is like they saw someone turn themselves into a pickle. Like they thought it was the funniest shit that had ever happened. And I just didn't know what Afterpay was.
It was so funny because of your demeanor. She asked you, "Oh, do you want to Afterpay it?" And you didn't say anything.
You got
just like blankly stared at her,
taken aback.
Because
you withdrew from the conversation.
Yes, because that's usually what I do. When I purchase something, I usually go, "Oh, that's cool. I'll get that." Go up to the counter, I pay for it. But no, in Culture Kings, they have half a basketball court in there. I don't know what the getup is. She tried to sell me on tracksuit pants. I thought she was trying to sell me on this Afterpay thing. I don't know what it is. I just want to buy the goddamn fucking
Once again,
jacket.
this
Let
was
me buy the
2018.
jacket.
Afterpay been around for like 3 years.
Yeah,
and I never used it. Anyway, that's the entire story. That's the entire story.
So it's crazy that you made that money from your pizza delivery, huh? Segway. Caden, that was your cue.
I didn't know it was me. I thought it was Cameron.
Well, I mean, you initiate the story. You begin the penetration, and Cameron will finish it.
Well, pizza delivery reminds me of the time that Cameron and I and Coby all decided we'd be pizza delivery boys for a day. Really, when Cameron was the only pizza.
Yeah, hold on. We didn't decide. It was my current job at the time.
So
and
tell
I
us the
invited
story,
you two
Cam.
to come. But
Tell
yeah,
us the
continue,
story.
Caden.
No, you tell us the story, Cam. You've been pretty quiet.
Okay. I don't know what you were down for, Caden, but I
I
remember.
think I was just down for the sake of coming down and hanging.
It was JoJo 2.0, 3.0, whatever.
I thought it was his tattoo.
Maybe, I don't know. But anyways, so I ended up having to work, I think it was a Friday night, and Caden and Coby weren't doing anything, so I was like, hell, why don't you come and deliver pizzas with me? So it ended up being an alright night. I got Caden to do his own deliveries, and I got Coby to do his own deliveries, which I probably shouldn't have, because he's now working at a pizza delivery place,
that started
paid minus money.
That started his love affair.
It's a very odd, like. Oh, okay.
The fuck was
It's
that?
That was the first
I don't
bell.
know.
That was Coby's bedtime bell.
Timer.
Only I get that, Dan. It's fine. It's a odd prelude to me becoming a pizza boy. Anyway, continue.
I'm
Some
annoyed
could say
that
it's
Kobe
the
interrupted
prologue.
me again.
Yeah,
Cameron, I believe that you're strong enough to push through and just finish the story.
I made it
I was
very clear
prompted
the
to
first
speak.
time. I made it very clear the first time, and you've interrupted. Again, as I'm saying, you're interrupting me. You're again interrupting me.
I don't know what you're talking about, Cameron.
Kobe, the
I
only
haven't
way to
interrupted
redeem
you this entire time.
only way to redeem yourself to Cameron would be to go to Slalty.com and purchase your own Slalt Cast merch. Now, Cameron, please continue your story.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't really have much more to say about the story.
What happened? Wasn't there some pizza sitting? Why did you bring this
No,
up?
that was when we went to Kobe's
That was
like
at Kobe's.
a month ago.
Oh, fuck, yeah, that's right.
You dickhead.
No, there was a time in the car waiting for me to get back from work when one of you said a funny joke at Kobe's expense.
Was I in the car?
I think
Yes.
this was going to be the opposite way around. Because I think it was Kobe, Caden, and I waiting for you, Joseph.
Is that not
And-
what I said?
No, but you said we said something at Kobe's expense. It was Kobe said something at my expense that I found so hilarious. I coated the front of my car in water that I had recently spat out of my mouth.
And I will not repeat it here because I am pretty sure that
she
the
also
person-
listens to the podcast.
She listens to the podcast. All I'm saying is that she needed a visa. That's all I'm saying.
Wait,
So
cement
I
myself
said-
here. I had nothing to do with this.
Cameron had
during
everything
this time.
to
I
do
did
with
not.
it.
I was drinking, and he said it. Kobe Sola said it. Just
why'd
for
you
when
dox
you
me
listen to
like
the
that? Number
podcast.
one and two. I was. Oh wait, no, never mind.
Well, we've to finish the podcast by talking about something we can't talk about. In true Slalt Cast.
No, I reckon we now segue into that night.
All right,
that Kobe sat on pizza.
so we were sitting in the car waiting for Joseph, and Cameron was talking about his then girlfriend.
No, I wasn't. I was drinking.
His then girlfriend came up,
Not current.
and I made a joke because it's a joke that I'm both proud of because of the hilarity that ensued, but not proud of because of the contents. And I said, "Oh, she's only dating you so that she can come into the country legally. She's born here, right?" It was a shitty joke. It was a dumb joke. Yeah. So that's the entire joke. If we want to talk about it now, again, I just want to say that I'm not proud of the joke. I'm just proud that I made Cameron laugh so hard that he spilt water all over his expensive car.
So
Driving a Mazda 3, it wasn't
it wasn't an expensive car.
So Kobe, I can title this episode one of two things: Kobe hates immigrants, or Kobe looks like Paul Dano. Which would you prefer?
Okay, cut
Special
this part out,
guest
Dan. Like,
Paul
honestly,
Dano.
cut this part out, Dan. Ready? That first one makes sense because I'm part Aboriginal and I hate the white man.
Don't cut that out. That's got to stay.
No, please cut that. Please cut that.
I will make a
don't.
decision during editing. Hi, you've either
Dan,
heard a
Dan,
joke that I
cut
decided was okay from Kobe to say, or you're wondering why you're hearing this message. We'll now wrap up the podcast before anything worse gets said. Cameron, where can the people find you if they want to find you?
Just at Cameron Castle, all lowercase.
Kobe, where can the kids find you?
At _55 Kobe 55 _.
And is there somewhere else they could happen to find you?
At
Didn't think so.
Have it. Let him have it.
It might be
You
in
don't
the
have to say bleep. Dan does bleep it.
Yeah, no, but it makes me feel better.
what Kobe just said that was bleeped may or may not be in the description of the podcast. So hey, you should check there. While you're there, you should stop by slalty.com, buy your merch. You can find me at DanielF737 on Twitter and Instagram. Joseph, where can the kids find you?
You can find me at JojoF1999 or at my new Instagram, which hopefully should
It will be up.
soon.
I'll do it tomorrow. Yeah,
at Via Garibaldi.
that'll
on
also
Insta.
be in the description.
How did you come up with that name?
That's the street that my Nunnu's 600-year-old house is on.
Oh, makes sense.
Caden, where can the kids find you?
At Verum Band.
Yep. Now, remember, slalty.com, buy your shirts. If 20 of
Buy
you buy
merch.
shirts and post the photos, Joseph gets his tattoo. We'll be checking the Instagram mentions daily, so make sure to get those done. And cheers for listening.
Cheers. Love you all. Paul Dano, #1.
Thanks for listening. Please remember to leave a positive rating wherever you're listening from, and to follow our socials at Slalt Cast on Twitter and Instagram.